boom, we're back for another day one of the next type of trip in our lives and our lifestyle. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Lindsay, the Tiny Home Lady, and this is day one of the International Tiny Home Discovery Tour, and it starts with packing. So my mom had a birthday, a very monumentous one. I'm not going to say the age because she doesn't want me to, but she had a very important birthday, and I'm 53 and she had me at like 26, 27. So you do the math. So she bought a cruise to Panama Canal, and we're going to go to 6 countries. I can't show you the other hand because I'm holding the camera, but we're going to 6 countries. We're in United States, going to Dominican Republic, then we're going to, I think, the Panama Canal, then Jamaica, Costa Rica, and also Colombia. I think that was 6. Anyway, I figured out there were 6 countries that we're going to be going to. So we're going to have a great family vacation. And this is an actual vacation. I just spent a month and a half traveling, towing a tiny home from Colorado to Sequim, Washington. And as much as that was amazing, we got to see some really cool places and hang out in Colorado and then New Mexico and Arizona, then California, Oregon, and Washington. But it was a work trip, okay? There is an absolute difference of living life on the road and doing the work of towing a tiny home and having little bits and fun times and weekends. It's no different than if you're at your house and you go off for a quick trip on a day of like a Saturday or a hike or a whatever. But this is a vacation. However, I couldn't help myself but to bring in the message of tiny homes, because I don't want this whole trip to happen and not be documenting something related to housing. So I'm going to show you here. Like, for example, this is Venice. Oh, you can't really see very well. Let me do a better shot at that. This is my great-grandfather and his watercolor, and that is Venice. We're not going to be in Venice, but that's an example of if I was to go to Italy, I'd want to know, like, what's the tiny home movement like? Is there one? What are, like, when we say tiny homes, what are just average housing sizes, right? Like, our sizes in America have gone up to like 2,500, 3,000 square feet and beyond. But what is it going to be like in Colombia? What is it? So there's going to be some historical questions I'm going to be researching on Google before I get to each of these countries. And what's awesome is we have the itinerary. We've got a full 2 weeks to do this trip. And right now, my big job is to figure out all the things that bring me joy that I can take in that bag and this bag. That's it. 2 bags. And I don't want to be in that like stuffed so much to the gills that you just look like the crazy person trying to walk down or when you stand up the suitcase like totters the other way. So that is what I'm doing right now. And we've got I think I've pretty much gone through that closet. Yes, that is my only closet. It is all to myself. In the world of tiny homes, that's a huge closet. And then there's my bin that I just pulled out here. This is the bin. Oh, sorry. And that is the summer clothing that's the winter bin, right? The winter, summer, and all that. So we don't have a closet that can hold both summer and winter. We have to change it out. What's really awesome about doing that is that we get to take things out that we're like, I didn't wear that all summer. So if at the end of the summer, when we're packing things away for the winter season, if I'm holding something that no longer brings me joy and I didn't wear it, it's got to go. Because then next summer, when I pull out the things that I love that are in the bin, then, I love them. So we're going to wear them. So now we're in a situation where I'm going to be in cold environments, but I'm also going to the equator, right? Colombia, Jamaica, all those places. And I've looked ahead at the weather. They're somewhere in I think the lowest was 65 at night into the 70s during the day. Another place like Colombia was 75 in the day, in the high 80s at night. So I kind of have the full range. It's raining here in Northern California and we're about to get on a plane, but it's not super cold. So my thinking is that This is the only like full-on jacket. And I just got this at a thrift store. Literally walked in because my jacket just broke a zipper. Yes, I could fix the zipper, but some of these things, they're very difficult. And I'm not a big zipper person. Found this for $80. It's a $300, whatchamacallit, Mountain Head or Mountain Hardware. Had no idea. My friend Carrie, who's taking care of our dog, our dear dog Zoe. Where is she? She's not here right now. She does a lot of thrift storing. So she knew, she's like, that's a $300 jacket you're getting for $80. I zipped the thing on. You know, it's one of those moments you're like, this is mine. So that's going. There's just a number of other things, but like these really cool gloves that I also found recently and washed fit great. Sure, if I'm going to New York, I don't need these gloves. They don't be needed. There's a really cool, now this is the summertime pile with the bathing suits and all the things that I'm just so excited about. So I've got to go through this and really figure out all that's going to fit in this carry-on. And that's my job. So on the next video, we'll probably be at the airport and be ready, rocking and rolling with my husband, who I haven't seen in like 3 days. That's right. We just spent the last month and a half, 24/7, either in the car or in the tiny home together. And now it's been like 3 days. So I get to reunite with him. And then another very special guest, which I will do on this next video, will introduce you to. And I'm so excited that he's joining us on this trip. So that'll be in the next video. Bye, everyone.